Uh, we are not focused in housing. That's one reason. Second reason is the.
But will you not get involved because that's not an opportunity as you see it, or just because you don't do it?
No, it's. I think that's two different opinions. The first opinion for this is Romanians as other Southern European inhabitants wants to show wealth. They wants to show it, and they show it with cars. They show it with their with housing, with their apartments, with houses, with garden. It wants to show it. That's okay, and therefore it's not feasible to have a 50 square meter apartment in a skyscraper or something else, or in a smaller property. That's one reason, which is emotional, and we don't do this. We don't understand this, so we do not do this. We do only things we understand. That's one reason. Second reason is housing is a local business and not an international business. As you mentioned, understand Romanians, then you develop the right projects. So I'm not a Romanian. How should I understand a Romanian if I do not spend half of my life there? Therefore,
you can collaborate with consultants who know Romanian.
Maybe that's one of the reasons why we do not do it by ourselves. We do it maybe with partners, but not in housing. Housing it's quite individual. I understand it like this. It's an individual business.
Are good local partners easy to find in this sector? I mean, if people were interested in doing that.
Oh God, the history of the research for local partners. It's a history of 5 years, finding different partners, which all mention they are the best well-known, best connected, best partners ever I could find in this local business, and I lost a lot of money, and stop this. So it's we try it again, finding the correct partner, the correct, not the right partner, the correct partner, and the expectations are based on our experience, how we develop. It's much more important for us to have partners which have the same idea of developing projects and have take time to develop the projects and not push. We do not understand pushing and developing. And therefore, I think we are focused on two different types of projects, which are industrial projects. We think production should be focused even for the increase of economy. It's much more important now to have production projects, to find partners in Romanian companies, then also in foreign companies, to cooperate with them in their real estate business, to develop for them their future production sites, and then have a production site in your portfolio, which normally has the same expectations of returns also in the time schedule. That's the thing we are focused now, because also the companies which are in Romania has now a problem in financing even their production sites. So that's the focus we think of, and this increases also the economy, or not each one project, but it's the basic of increasing economy is production.
Thank you. Okay, we just have about 1 minute for questions. Is there anyone in the audience that'd like to ask the speakers a question? Yes, the gentleman there.
Yes, I heard you described a very pessimistic, you have a very pessimistic picture of all what is happening with the real estate market in Romania. I don't want to add to this, but I want to ask this forum if they can say something about how to say the morality or the discipline of or the how to say the business environment provided by the state or by the authorities there. Because I'm between the few investors that I'm developing a huge real estate there in Romania now. I don't complain not to the banks. I have financing. I have a good client. Everything is okay. It's a big development, more than 70,000 square meter. But I have problems with the state that I don't receive the VAT from January already, without reasons. And there are some other things that are connected to, how to say, to the behavior of the different authorities, local and governmental, that are, how to say, their morality, it's a little bit, how to say, dubious.
Okay, thank you. Christopher, do you want to pick that one up? Because you deal a lot with the...
Well, actually, I'd probably defer more to my the colleagues to my left and right who are more involved on an operational basis. I wouldn't use the word morality. I would probably find some other words. Poor institutional capacity. Corruption, of course, is an element. Generally, I would prefer to focus more on the lack of capacity and although it's been improving, the ministries and the state authorities who are responsible for dealing with situations like you're describing typically are not. They don't have the best professionals available. And during a period of during the bubble, when salary inflation, particularly in Bucharest, was quite rapid, it was hard for them to keep good people. The people from the planning office, the construction office, the fiscal office were quite regularly going and leaving for developers, leaving for consultants, accountancies, and that kind of thing. Hopefully, that'll slow down now, and maybe the capacity will begin to come up. But it is a problem. It is known. I'm not sure it's substantially worse than other countries in the region and other countries that roughly in Romania's peer group in terms of economic development. Although I'd be interested in hearing from other people who've had some comparative experience. But it's part of country risk, and you don't want to. People do make money in Romania. They've also lost money. They will make money in the future. But it's not for the faint of heart, and you need to go in with your eyes open, for sure.
I think Jochen.
Okay, just short answer, two parts. First part, local authorities in working together with permissions or everything is local. Good connections, good work together. Everybody has to work on, and it's more or less personal. VAT, biggest problem ever in every country, and also in Romania. Same experiences, waiting and working very hard on getting refund of VAT. It's extremely difficult, and it's much more difficult than in other countries. And we have it in 3 different countries too. Even in our situation, by the now negotiation, the financing for this project, we negotiate VAT differently, even in terms of the time frame there. That's really a big problem, yeah. And I have no solutions to deal with, which is legal.
Elias, do you want to quickly answer that?
First of all, I would like to tell you that if you check 10 countries in the area, more or less you will find exactly the same problem that you mentioned. I would tell you that I know many companies who received VAT back. How? We can discuss later on, and I can tell you solutions, legal ones. Okay? So, regarding the problems of authorizations, etc., definitely they are not the best in the world, but they are not the worst either. Trust me on that. I know many other countries which are much worse than Romania. I would like to give a comment only to something that the gentleman said, because we just said the pessimistic part of the market. If you see Europe today, you will see that many people say that so as to move again the economy, we need to produce with lower costs. This is not possible to happen in Austria, in Germany or in France. One of the countries that will host lots of industrial investments will be Romania. So the industrial real estate, logistics and industrial, in my opinion, will have a very good positive future together with the tourism. That's one, especially the western part of the country. It's an excellent location for companies who want to have products inside the European Union with costs much lower than their own country. Romania is an excellent choice for them. Retail will suffer because, except Suceava with 1 square meter per capita, in Arad there were 9 malls announced and many other stuff. There will be a serious slowdown in this market, and also in the market of offices where we have too much product and too many thousands of square meters of available space. But I would like to say that, not because I'm involved only in this business, especially in the part of income properties, but generally, the first ones that I'm expecting to move and to move the market together with them are the income properties, the income generating properties. Why? Because the first thing that the banks will start financing when they will start lending again will be something that provides them a secure income that will pay back the loan. And these are only income properties today. So the first ones that I'm expecting to move and to start rising the prices, I cannot tell you when, but this will be the first, in my opinion, are the properties that generate steady income.
Thank you. I'm afraid that's all we've got time for. We're actually running over. Sorry about that. But if you'd just like to put your hands together for these 4 excellent speakers, I hope you've enjoyed today's forum.